Welcome back to the channel. My name is Julian Hall, otherwise known as the Entrepreneur, and I am a serial entrepreneur based here in the UK, and I'm best known for my work supporting the next generation of entrepreneurs. In today's video, I'm going to be reacting to a viral TikTok from an influencer called Chime Samir, who asked kids in London if they would prefer £1 million or dollars or 1 million followers. Let's go.
£1 million in cash or 1 million followers?
1 million followers.
So first of all, she didn't say £1 million worth of Bitcoin or whatever the latest altcoin is, or £1 million in stocks or real estate property or whatever it might be. She said £1 million in cash because kids still understand what cash means. But really, I think when she said cash, I don't think these kids are running around with pound coins in their pocket. She means liquidity, money that you can spend straight away.
£1 million in cash or 1 million followers?
1 million followers.
1 million followers.
1 million followers. Because them.
So first of all, these kids look like they're no more than 12 years old, maybe 13 at a push, the tallest one in the middle. So their responses should be quite interesting.
Because them, when you get the 1 million followers, you'll eventually get more and more.
So this young man said, if you get the 1 million followers, he's made the assumption that you are able to generate a following. And if you can get 1 million, then you could probably get some more. And I would agree with him. For someone at that age to conclude that, well, just because you have 1 million doesn't mean you're going to stop there. You can get more, I think is quite smart.
And then those followers might give you donations and stuff. And eventually...
Okay, so when he said donations and stuff, I mean, he's not got the right language. You only get donations if you're a charity, and stuff probably means other ways of generating revenue. But let's see what else they say.
Eventually it'll add up to more than 1 million.
And eventually it will add up to more than 1 million. So I think what he's saying is that if you can monetize those 1 million followers, eventually it will add up to more than £1 million or dollars.
Start a business, and because you have 1 million followers, you could just put a link in your bio. They can click.
Ooh. Oh my God! This young man has said out of his own mouth, the very first thing, his very first suggestion is if you start a business, which I think is very smart because now Now, the reason why this young man is correct is because according to a US firm called WealthX, 68% of the wealthiest people in the world are self-made. And by self-made, we mean they are in business or they are entrepreneurs. Oh, now I looked this up, and to be on Instagram, you've got to be 13 years old. Now, he doesn't look like he's 13 years old, but to understand the mechanism behind having a link in your bio and why that is powerful, I think is pretty smart, because he's saying that that is the only way that you can take your followers off Instagram and monetize them by putting a link in your bio to something that you are going to sell.
They can click onto it and they can buy products that are over £1, which means you'll earn over £1 million or dollars.
So he said, if you can sell 1 million people something for £1 or a little bit more, then you'll make £1 million or dollars. Easy maths, right?
Do you think every one of your followers will buy?
No, not all, but it depends on how much money you sell it for.
So Chime chipped in and asked the right question. You've got 1 million followers, but are 1 million people going to buy from you? And he thought about it and realized, no, they're not. But if you're not going to sell it for £1, maybe you can sell it for £5, £10 or £100. And in this instance, we know that you would look to find out how many of those 1 million followers are actually engaged followers. So if only a quarter of those followers were engaged, then you would charge them £4 instead of £1.
I'd say if you have 1 million followers, it'll be easier to gain support from other people.
Now, this young man has realized that having 1 million followers doesn't just mean that you have the benefit of those followers. You also have the benefit of their networks, and you will be able to get more support. So what does this mean? We know, based on social media statistics, that each person has a network of usually 150 people. Some people have more, some people have less. But if you take this idea and multiply 1 million followers by 150, you've got 150 million followers, which essentially means that's the total market size that you could potentially have access to through their networks.
And if you spread all your followers around the world, you can make a lot of money.
Woo! Now he's going global. So not only is he saying that you can capture the attention of 1 million people and get additional support, but he's also realized that these followers don't have to be local, that they could be anywhere in the world, gives you a bigger footprint and a bigger opportunity to generate revenue from those followers. So now what we're going to do is go into the comments. That generation is finished. My friend has 1.5 million followers, but I assure you he is as broke as I am. I hope my son is not out there saying 1 million followers. They would choose dinner with Jay-Z. They're just kids, they'll understand when they grow up. But they really thought they were smart saying 1 million followers. School is teaching nothing really. They don't pay bills, so I get it. I dare my son to say 1 million followers. Cash is king no matter what. The kids of today are finished. Now, not everyone is going hard on these kids. There are some people who are saying 1 million solid followers, thinking smart, long term always. At their age, it's okay though. If you gave them £1 million, they would just blow it. And Chai May responds to one of the comments because I think one of the followers has identified them as Josh, Jeremy and Jaden. And Chai May Samir says, can you tell Josh, Jeremy and Jaden they made it on Complex and Business Insider? Someone said, definitely followers. So Chai May did another video with 2 young girls in London asking the same question. Let's check it out.
£1 million or 1 million followers?
Yeah, £1 million.
Ooh, that's a hard question. But she's gone with the £1 million.
I think.
What would you do with it?
Maybe.
So when this girl is asked what would she do with the £1 million, really she doesn't know. She's probably about 15 and I doubt that anyone would have ever had the conversation with her. What would you do if you had £1 million?
Probably help my family or...
Bless her, she'd help her family. Good answer.
Start a business or something.
If you mean like...
Ooh. And now she wants to start a business, which is an even better answer. Going back to what I said earlier on in the video, where some of the wealthiest people in the world do own businesses.
If you mean like loyal followers that will do everything for you, I mean, this is what...
So this girl has obviously got some kind of insight into social media because she doesn't want any old followers. She doesn't want the followers who are here today and gone tomorrow. She wants loyal followers that will do anything for her.
I would do, yeah? I would start a business, get those 1 million clients to like come
So she's turned these followers into clients. Well done.
to me, right? Or like buy from me. Because, and then price it at like, let's say £5. You get 5 million from that easy.
So obviously she's made it sound super easy. Why wouldn't she? You've got 1 million loyal followers who will do anything for you. Why wouldn't they buy something from you for £5? Okay, so here's the thing. I always think in terms of leverage. Archimedes, the Greek mathematician and scientist, said, if you give me a lever long enough and a fulcrum on which to place it upon, I shall move the world. So similarly, as an entrepreneur, I'm always looking for leverage. Is it leverage in technology? Is it leverage in human resources? Is it leverage in capital? Or is it leverage in the way you're able to capture the attention of the market, which today usually translates into followers or subscribers? Now, the problem with getting anything overnight, whether it's £1 million or 1 million followers and you didn't work for it, you will probably lose it. Now, according to the National Endowment for Financial Education, 70% of lottery winners end up going broke and a third go on to declare bankruptcy. Now, we know the reason for this. It's because of the lack of financial literacy. If you don't know what to do with the money, chances are you won't know how to use that capital effectively and wisely in order to be able to retain that form of wealth, which means eventually you'll probably lose it. Similarly, an estimated 40% of professional footballers declare bankruptcy within 5 years of retirement, and many more struggle financially in life, according to X-Pro, which is an organization that helps professional footballers adapt to a life after their playing career. Big up to them. Now, if we go with just having 1 million followers, the idea is how can you monetize that? Now, on Instagram, it's not uncommon for individuals who have that many followers to command anything from £10,000 to £50,000 per post or per campaign, which means that you will need 100 or less of those posts or campaigns to meet that £1 million target. And the great thing is that if you've had the skill to be able to attract and retain 1 million followers, you can probably repeat that process and grow your following considerably. Now, if we take this over to YouTube, according to creditkarma.com, if a YouTuber with 1 million subscribers could get their audience to watch just one video per week, they could receive up to $18,000 per week in AdSense alone, which would equate to almost $1 million in advertising revenue. And this doesn't include any kind of paid sponsorships, affiliates, or all of the other ways in which a YouTuber or influencer can generate and monetize their following. Okay, Julian, that all sounds good, but what would you do? Would you, Julian, take £1 million or would you take 1 million followers? Now, the honest answer is if I didn't take the £1 million, my wife would probably kill me. However, I would get a lot more satisfaction from getting 1 million followers and working out how I could monetize them, because I'm pretty sure with what I know and 1 million followers or subscribers on YouTube, I could create enough brand deals across the course of a year or maybe 2 to generate that £1 million. So what would you do? Let me know in the comments below. Would you take £1 million or dollars, Or would you take 1 million followers or subscribers? And I'll catch you on the next video. Ultra and out.